Fusion Mobile, quality e-learning experience on the go.
Good day and welcome to Fusion Mobile e-learning class. I am Fayemi Kende and I'm taking it on English. Today we will be taking a look at grammatical structures, articles and determiners. What are articles? An article is described as a grammatical part of speech because by itself it cannot convey any independent meaning. They are basically used as modifiers to turn nouns or adjectives into noun phrases and adjective phrases respectively. English language has three articles: a, an, and the. A, an, and the. A and an are called indefinite articles, while the is a definite article. Whereas an indefinite article is used to transform a noun into a noun phrase, or an adjective into an adjective phrase for a general reference purpose. The definite article is used to transform a noun into a noun phrase or an adjective into an adjective phrase for specific reference purposes. The two key words here are general and specific. A and an are used for general purposes, general reference purposes, while the is used for a specific reference purpose. Let's take these examples. We have he lost a relative. They killed a soldier. And we also have they picked an insect. Now, just as we described the meaning and the use of a and an, we said they are indefinite articles and they are used for general reference purposes. In the first example here, we have he lost a relative. The relative is not specified. It could be his grandfather, his uncle, his cousin, any of his relatives. Here we have they killed a soldier, not specified. And we have they picked an ant. It could be a cockroach or an housefly. The kind of insect that the person picked here is not specified. However, in the other example here, which says our focal point in these examples are these particular words. Here, a and an are used for general reference purposes. But here, he said he lost the relative. That is, the relative is a specific person, someone that is known already. Probably the person that has been talking about his grandfather being ill and later died. It is specific that a relative that is already known died. Now, they killed the soldier, probably a soldier that has been held in captive that everyone knows about, then eventually got killed. The article the there specified the reference of a soldier. And here we said the pig, the insect. Definitely there's a particular insect that they have been asked to pick. And so it made the reference a specific one. One just have to go back, read more, and have a mastery of the use of the article a and an, that is the indefinite article, and the definite article d. A few questions are going to pop up as regards to this particular topic. We should revise it and see if we can do well in them. If you have any difficulties in answering these questions, please go back to review the video once again. Let us quickly take a look at other uses of the articles. We have the definite article a. It is used to modify a noun that begins with a consonant sound. The article a is used to modify a noun that begins with a consonant sound. In this case, it turns the noun into a noun phrase. Examples are a boy, a car, a chair, a goat, etc. The other example of article han, which is used to modify a noun that begins with a vowel sound. We have an orphan, an hour, an egg, an arm, an idiot, etc., etc. These indefinite articles are used for easy pronunciation. When we use the a to modify a noun that begins with a consonant, it helps to pronounce the preceding noun easily. Likewise, the case of an, where we use it to modify nouns that begin with vowel sounds. It won't be appropriate to say a orphan, a hour, a egg. It doesn't sound well. So instead of using that, we make use of the an, and it is the grammatical part of the determiners and the way to use them. We have a or an can be used to modify a singular form noun phrase having an adjective or adjective phrase as its modifier. A or an can be used to modify a singular form noun phrase having an adjective or adjective phrase as its modifier. An example of that is a pitiable condition, a traditional ruler, an interesting joke, an anonymous letter, a very serious matter. These words that precedes the nouns are adjective, and in other words, they turn the phrase into an adjective phrase. A pitiable condition, a traditional ruler, an interesting joke, an anonymous letter, a very serious matter. The is used to turn a noun, whether singular or plural, into a noun phrase, making the reference specific. We have the leader, the chairman, the elder brother, the disturbing situation. The use of the in these examples makes the references specific. The is used before any adjective in the superlative degree. Example, the most beautiful girl, the hottest day, the best suggestion, the most handsome teacher, the most difficult question. The is used before any ordinal number adjective like first, second, third, fourth, etc. We have the first place, the second position, the 10th topic, the 10th topic, the 20th anniversary. Another use of the article the is when two things are being compared, the one that is preferred to the other is used before the comparative degree adjective. The article the is used before the comparative degree adjective. Example is the more polite lady, the more noticeable mistake, the better suggestion, the shorter essay. Remember, we said it is used in the superlative degree, and here it is used in the one preferred to the other in the comparative degree, adjective. The next thing we are going to be discussing is the determinants. But before then, a few questions are going to pop out on your screen concerning Article A and An and D and how to use them. If you have any difficulty in answering these questions, please rewind the video, go through them again, and update yourself. Thank you. Welcome back. Now we are going to be discussing determinants. What are determinants? They are the other class of grammatical part of speech which modify nouns and prepositional phrases to convey partitive or whole meaning. Partitive determinants. They are so called because they convey part of a whole meaning and include many. Partitive determinants include many, some, much, little, few, each, and any. The non-partitive determinants, they are so called because they convey all meanings. They include all, both, and every. All determinants can stand alone in a sentence as subject, object, or a verb complement. We are going to take an example and a look at the uses of the determinants. First, let's take a look at how any is used. It is used to refer to a part of an unstated countable noun or prepositional phrase. For example, any member of staff can invigilate. Any of the pupils may answer the question. We said it is used to refer to a part or an unstated countable noun or prepositional phrase. The example here says any member of the staff, that is, the person in particular is not stated. It is a countable noun, but the person is not stated. That is, anyone could be referred to. It said any of the pupils may answer the question in the other example. That is, a class having an average of 20 pupils, we could just pick anyone randomly. That is what we mean by unstated countable noun. We have any may be used to express nothingness. We have not got any food to waste. We have not got any food to waste. That is, we have not got no food to waste. We said it can be used to express nothingness. He has not any good to deliver. He has not any good to deliver. When we say he has not any good to deliver, that means there is no good that person has to offer. Let us take a look at each. Another example of the determiner, that is the non-partitive determiner. The partitive determiner, each. The determiner is used to refer to any number of things taken separately with a singular verb. The determiner is used to refer to any number of things taken separately with a single verb. Example, each of the students is to be caned. Each question attracts some marks. The determiner, again, let's know the meaning of and how each is used. The determiner is used to refer to a number of things taken separately with a singular verb. Each of the students, that is one after the other, they are taken separately as a singular entity with a singular verb. Each question attracts some marks. Let us remember that the rule of Concord says a singular noun takes a singular verb, while a plural noun takes a plural verb. Each here states a singular noun, and therefore will take a singular verb. And that is why we have each of the students is to be caned. Not each of the students are to be caned. That is wrong. Another example says, the two boys hugged each other. The two boys hugged each other. The twins lied against each other. The example goes on and on. Another example of the partitive determiner is few. Few may be used with a in front, as in a few, followed by a plural verb. Example, a few days have passed since he died. Another example says, a few of them have registered. Remember we said a comes before few, and few is followed by a plural verb. Let us take cognizance of these rules. We have, they can also be used with few, as in the few. That is the determiner, the definite article the can also be used with the partitive determiner few. Example of this is, the few who came were fed. The few who came were fed. The few ladies in the meeting left in time. A or the cannot be used with few when the reference is to a number that is too many or not many at all, altogether, insignificant or negligible. I take that again. A or the cannot be used with few when the reference is not a number that is too small or not many at all or altogether, insignificant or negligible. In such cases, few is used alone. Example of this are, first one, few students attended the principal's party. Few students attended the principal's party. Few were employed out of thousands that applied. Many were called, but few were chosen. Another determiner under the partitive determiner is also little. When reference is to an uncountable noun, the article a or the may be used with little, as in a little. A little. Example, I need a little time to summarize. I need a little time to summarize. Children need a little milk for healthy growth. Children need a little milk for healthy growth. The little sand in the soup made me abandon it. The little sand in the soup made me abandon it. Another use of little is when reference is to a part of an uncountable noun which is either not much or insignificant. Little should not be used with a or an. I'll take that again. When reference is to a part of an uncountable noun which is either not much or insufficient, little should not be taken with a or the. Example, he had little or no experience when he came. Not he had a little or no experience when he came, but he had little or no experience when he came. Another partitive determiner that we'll be looking at is much and the uses. Much can be used with so and to, as in so much, too much, so and to. As in so much and too much. When much modifies an abstract noun, a singular verb is used after the determiner. Example, too much love is not good. Too much love is not good. Much can also modify an adjective in the comparative form to show a higher comparative degree. Example, I feel much better now I have eaten. I feel much better now I have eaten. A Peugeot car is more expensive than a Toyota. A Peugeot car is more expensive than a Toyota. We have much can also modify verbal adjectives in their ordinary form. Much can also modify verbal adjectives in their ordinary form. That is, adjectives ending in ing or ed. Example are, the god seems much appeased now the king is dead. The god seems much appeased now the king is dead. Another example is, soccer is much exciting to watch live. Soccer is much exciting to watch live. Another example of the partitive determiner is many. Many can modify a plural noun or a plural prepositional phrase as a subject or object position within a sentence. I'll take that again. Many can modify a plural noun or plural prepositional phrase at the subject or object position within a sentence. Examples are, many players were wounded in the match. Many of the players are yet to resign. Many of those driving have not registered their vehicles. Alone, many can be used either as a subject or an object of a plural verb. Examples are, many are preached to, few repent. Many are preached to, few repent. Many were remanded in custody by the judge. Many were remanded in custody by the judge. Many can also be used with a singular noun phrase, preferably an article plus singular noun such as a boy, a time. Such a noun phrase is not singular but plural. Hence, it will go with a plural verb. Examples are, many a boy have died taking a risk. Many a boy have died taking a risk. Another example is, many a child contracts diseases during birth. Many a child contracts diseases during birth. Just in the above usage, many can be used with a plus time, as in many a time. In this case, time must be used in the singular sense, not plural. Many a time the principal has warned him. That's one example. Another example says, many a time Cameroon has beaten Nigeria in soccer. Many a time Cameroon has beaten Nigeria in soccer. Let's take a look at some and its uses. Some modifies an uncountable noun. In this sense, it is used as a singular verb. Some fruit juice is okay for breakfast. That's an example. Another example says, some petrol is needed to burn the rubble. Whenever some modifies a countable noun, which is in the plural form, then a plural verb must be used. Some teachers have just been sacked. Some teachers have just been sacked. We have, some children are more stubborn than others. Whenever some is used alone as a subject of a complex sentence, whose second clause contains any other determiner in the singular form, then a singular verb must be used. I'll take that again. Whenever some is used alone in the subject of a complex sentence, whose second clause contains any other determiner in the singular form, then a singular verb must be used. Examples are, some was destroyed, but much was still saved. Some was destroyed, but much was still saved. Some was expended, but a little was realized. Some was expended, but a little was realized. Another partitive determiner is all. All is under the non-partitive determiner because it includes many, like everyone involved. just like the definition says here. The definition says they are so called because they convey all meaning. That is, all meaning. They include all, both, and every. When we use this, it means they convey all meaning. So example of all and its uses are: all is used in the plural sense when used with countable nouns. Here, plural verbs must be used. Plural verbs must be used. Example is: all the stubborn children have been expelled. All the stubborn students have been expelled. Remember, we said it is plural, and so it takes a plural verb. Another example is: all guests are to be seated before 9 a.m. All guests are to be seated before 9 a.m. When used as subject of a verb or with an uncountable noun, all is used in the singular sense and must go with a singular verb. Example: all the sand has been used up. All is well which ends well. All is well which ends well. Every is another part of the determiner, and let us take a look at it. Generally, every indicates a whole group. Every modifies such words as ha, time, etc., and must be written separately from them, as in everyone, every time. Such words do not express universal meaning. What they actually mean is each person or each time. Example: every one of my students loves me. Every one of my students loves me. Every and one are written separately. They are not written together. I always feel relieved every time I sleep. Every and time are written separately. They are not together. Every is used with a singular countable noun and a singular verb. Example: every worker is to pay 50 naira. Every plan he made to pass was futile. Every can also be used to express a countable period of time. Example: the injection is to be given every 6 hours. Every 6 hours. Let us take a look at both. Both always takes a plural verb, as it is always used in the plural sense if it is used alone as a subject of a verb or as a modifier of the countable noun. Furthermore, both is always used as a modifier of a plural noun. Both is also used to show two things which are complete. Example: both have to be surcharged. Both of them have passed the interview. Both lecturers are one of a kind. Having come to the end of the determiners, their types, and their uses, a few questions are going to pop up on your screen for you to attempt. I'll encourage you that you attempt these questions and you get them correctly. However, if you have any difficulty in answering these questions, please go back to the video, review it again, listen attentively, and take note of the examples. Then you can learn furthermore on it.